Hi guys, welcome to another YouTube video. Today we're just going to look at a few things I've done to the Volvo since I've had it. I haven't done too much really, it hasn't needed much, but there was a few little niggles that I wanted to get done. So what I'm going to do is just show you the few things I've done, and then I'm going to take it for a drive to test it out, and I'll go over the things that I like and dislike about the car. Let me just point a few things out that I've done. First of all, I've replaced this water bottle here. The old one, I believe it was the original Volvo part, and you know, over the years with the heat from the engine, they go all crusty and look like it'd been kicked around the yard a few times, and it had a few splits in it. And how I knew that the splits were there was when I took it in for a service. The guys filled it up with water or washer fluid, and obviously, you know, it ran out all over the floor, so it was pretty much unsavable. So I managed to find this one. It's not an original Volvo part, but it does fit in the bracket properly. It's exactly the same as the old one, but not an original Volvo part. Okay, another thing I've done is the throttle here. I've had a problem with it. It doesn't seem to go back to rest properly. So when you pull up at a set of lights or something, the engine tends to rev a little higher than normal. If you blip the accelerator, it does go back to rest, and then it's okay. So what I've done is I've put a bolt through here, you know, just from Ace Hardware. And what I did online is I ordered a bracket for here. I'll show you the bracket. Okay, this is the bracket here. It was like 10 bucks. I mean, it's not an original Volvo part, but my idea is that I will put this onto here, get a spring from here to the screw that I've put on, and hopefully the spring will help it just to close, go back to its resting place. I went online and I checked these Mikuni carburetors, and there was a website, vperformance.com, and they recommend that a spring should be put on to help these go back to rest. There never was, so you know, I'm going to check it out and see if it works. So all I've done is I've found a bolt in my box of nuts and bolts. I'm going to put a couple of washers on here just to lift it up slightly. Put the bolt through here and then tighten it down. I did check the length of the springs. They are a little bit tight. The accelerator pedal is tight as it is, so I didn't really want to make it any tighter, but I don't have much choice. So I'm hoping that the spring will go from here to on there. Right, so I found the right socket for this. So we're going to tighten this up and see if we can get this spring to sit just right. Swing that round a little bit. I don't know if this is going to work. It's just something that I came up with, so we'll find out. So we've tightened that up. I have a couple of springs here I'm going to use this kind of smaller one as it's got less pressure on it. So all I'm going to do is put this through here and then attach it to that screw like so. A little bit awkward here, but put that on there. There we go. And it should help that go back to its resting place. So we'll find out. We'll take it a little spin and we'll find out. Another thing I wanted to show you about these carburetors was when I first looked at them, I know you guys are probably going to think this is crazy, but there's looks like a hose here, and I honestly thought that this was like somebody had blocked off like a vacuum leak and put a screw head in the end of a hose, but this is actually to adjust the idle on the carburetors. So there's one on each carburetor, so it makes it kind of easy to do because you can get hold of both of these and they just twist, so you can twist them at the same time, so kind of keep the carbs balanced. You know, if the car was to run a little bit uneven, then you know you've gone too far with one or the other. So anyway, we're going to check this out and then I'll go over any dislikes and likes that I found out with the car. So let's go on a ride. Okay guys, we've got the new spring on, so we're just going to go and give it a test drive. We're going to stop off for some bagels to start with, and then we'll stop and we'll have a little walk round the car, and I'll show you a few things I found on the car. They're not rust spots, but you know, a couple of little bubbles here and there, nothing major, and you know, we'll just generally check the car out. So enjoy the ride, guys. Okay guys, we've filled up the car. Now we're going to fill up ourselves, and after that we'll go out for a drive. We'll walk around the car. I found a few more little things that I wanted to point out, and we're just going to enjoy this beautiful sunny California day. Okay, we're inside the bagel shop, so I'll just show you what we've ordered today. I got a blueberry with sausage and cheese and egg. Amy got the plain bagel with cheese and egg, and Lorraine has a I'm not sure what's the bagel, jalapeno with egg and bacon. So they look pretty good. We've been here a few times, and it's pretty good food. Okay guys, we finished our bagels. They were delicious. So now we're going to go for a little cruise out, and then we'll park up, and I'll show you some of the things I found about the car, having owned it now for about 5 months or whatever. Put about 600 miles on it. I know it's not a lot, but it's, you know, it's just a weekend driver basically. So I've got my coffee, but there's no cup holders in this, and nowhere to put it safely, so I'm afraid I've got to hand it to my daughter. So is it a complaint? Not really, because, you know, I mean, back then, you know, there was coffee shops, but not like they are today. So anyway, there you go. This car starts pretty easy. It's been sitting now not very long, maybe half an hour or so. So I'll show you the startup. It's pretty easy. These seat belts become a bit of a pain to put in with the hook situation. They don't always click right, especially when you got two in, because there's not enough room to get the two together. So there we go. Can do a whole video just on putting the seat belts on. So here we go. I'll wind the window down because it's the sun's out now, and it's quite a warm day. So here we are. Starts very easily. There we go. So we'll go for a cruise. I'll pull over and we'll check the car out. We're on the freeway now. We're doing about 65, you know, I've got it in overdrive, so it runs pretty nice on the freeway. I'm hoping to take, you know, like a cruise this summer, maybe go longer distance, and we'll see, but it's a pretty good running car actually. Okay, we parked up, and I'm going to do a quick walk around of the car and show you any little discrepancies in the paintwork, or you know, like things that I like and don't like about the car. So let's take a quick look around the car and I'll show you a few things. We did talk about the seats in an earlier video. The Gorilla Tape's holding up pretty well with my recovering. So, you know, The seats aren't too bad. I mean, they're fairly comfortable, but they're not the original seats for the car. I think that when they put the seats in the car, that they've spread them out a little too close towards the doors, because the handbrake here, I think there should be more room. Maybe if these were covered, it would tighten this up and then maybe a little bit more room. But you know, I mean, that's not Volvo's fault, so I really can't complain about that. Overall, I really don't have many complaints about this car. It's like, I mean, it's so well screwed together, it's just unbelievable. I mean, I guess I lucked out. Let's take a few minutes to check the bodywork and stuff. Okay, at the bottom of the doors, there's a few scuffs down here, which, you know, I mean, it's to be expected. You can see where a little bit of moisture's got just down in here. It's not rusty, but you know, I mean, if I was in a wet climate, you would probably want to address that and make sure that everything was sealed up. But these wheel arches are nice. When I get a car, I guess it's just habit living in England. You know, I always run my fingers around this inner lip here just to make sure that there's no mud or debris stuck in there, because you know what happens is when you're out in the wet, you know, the car dries up probably within a few hours of you traveling along after the rain stopped or whatever. But when you get a lot of mud in here, it can stay wet for days, and eventually, you know, they'll rot out. And I've seen Volvos, since I've had this, I've been kind of checking around a bit more, and they do go around the wheel arches here. Another part where they'll rust out is on the top of these headlights here on the top wing. I guess there's a trap or something underneath here, and I've seen them rot out there. These are well undersealed cars, but you have to make sure that the underseal is not peeling off, because I found a spot on this where the underseal was peeling off, and you know, moisture can get up inside there, and it was in the middle of the floor, and it was going to take hold if I hadn't have caught it. Not that I go out in the rain much here. I mean, you know, it doesn't really rain, so you know, it's lasted pretty well, really. There's a scuff on the bumper here. We'll take a little walk round the side on this side now. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention was I put some mud flaps on. What happened with these, they were probably the originals. They were broken off here, they were all crusty. I guess they'd like just rotted away basically, but the bar that they bolt to was, you know, still solid. So it's only a matter of undoing 3 screws and then replacing the mud guards, so or the mud flaps, sorry. So you know, I mean, it all adds to the look of the car. I like things to be right, so you know, I kind of, as you own the car, you know, you find out different things, paintwork, mechanicals. My spring is holding up pretty well. You know, it doesn't work 100%. The idle can still be a little on the high side, and then another time you stop, you know, it'll be idling nicely. So, you know, it's just a matter of finding a happy medium. So did my spring work? Nah, kind of 80%. So I've got to perfect that a little bit. moving around the side of the car here. Again, there's a little bubble here, but actually when you open the door here, the door jams down in these corners. They're all really good, you know, I mean, there's no rust or rot or anything like that. Again, this wheel arch is very nice, you know, it's nice and solid. No signs of rust or anything like that. What else we got? Oh, moving on to the back of the car. This paint here has got a crack in it. I believe, you know, maybe it was like hit and cracked the paint. It's not a dent as such, but you know, it's just something that if you wanted like a pristine car, you would probably have to you know, get that addressed. Couple of scuffs on the bumper here. Don't know if you guys can see it there. Probably loading stuff in and out, you know. It's an estate car, so they're made to be used you know, for a purpose, so it's lasted pretty good. This dent here is quite big, really. I mean, you know, I don't know if I'll ever pull that out or get that fixed. Maybe not. I'll probably just drive it for now. I'm not sure what to do about those front seats. I mean, they are comfortable. Maybe you guys could comment if you think I should just get them recovered, leave them, or try and find some original seats. I just wanted to show you guys about the underseal, what I meant about the underseal. I was just checking underneath this wheel arch here, and I don't know if you guys can see, but like this here, look, is underseal, and it flakes off, and I just picked these two bits out. You know, it's not rust, it's underseal. It's so thick, and what happens is, you know, if you don't find that and the water gets stuck behind, it can actually like hurt the car instead of save it. So I just wanted to let you guys know that this is also something that needs to be checked out. I like everything about this car. You know, my dislikes are virtually none. I mean, you know, I was very, very lucky to find this car. So anyway, I hope you will like the video. Please subscribe, and we'll try and do a road trip on this car, this year. Maybe put a few miles on it. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.